Yes. All right. Thank you for joining us on Court TV. In this edition, we are going to give out the rundown of the judgment of the Supreme Court, which was delivered today, the 12th day of January 2024, with respect of the just concluded governorship election. The Supreme Court has given judgment to 8 states with respect to the governorship issue that ran through the tribunal down to the Supreme Court. And the first today that the Supreme Court affirmed the judgment of the Court of Appeal is that of the Lagos State Governor. Lagos State Governor, Governor Babatunde Samuel Olu. The Supreme Court declared him as he was duly elected by the people of Lagos State. The Chief Justice, who read the leading judgment, Justice Garba Lawal, dismissed the appeal filed by the Labour Party candidate Rhoda Vesica that the appeal lacked merit and the appeal was dismissed by the Supreme Court. So that has brought to an end the issue with respect of who was duly elected as the governor of Lagos State. So another one that the Supreme Court gave judgment to respect of it today is that of Ebonyi State. That of Ebonyi State also, the Supreme Court affirmed the election of Francis Onwuru as the governor of Ebonyi State. So the Francis Nworo contested and won the March 18th election under the platform of All Progressive Congress, and his victory was contested in court. Justice Tijani Abubakar, who read the leading judgment of the Apex Court on Friday, held that the appeal filed by Chukuma Odi of the People's Democratic Party is unmeritorious. So it also goes to say that the Francis Umuro of the governor of All Progressive Congress of Progressive Congress of Ebonyi State has been duly elected and declared winner as the governor of Ebonyi State. So, if you are still with us, it is the rundown judgment of the Supreme Court with respect of the governorship election that was conducted on the 18th March 2023. And the Supreme Court went through the whole gamut of judgment today to deliver the said judgment. The third state that the Supreme Court gave the judgment affirmed the election was the governor of Cross River State. The Supreme Court of Nigeria affirmed the election of Basi Otu as the duly elected governor of River State. In a ruling delivered on Friday, the court dismissed the appeal filed by Professor Sandy Ono and his party, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, with which they sought to sack the governor Otu of the All Progressive Congress. In the leading judgment read by Justice Helen Onwomoji, held that the appellant failed to prove their case. That also meant that the Supreme Court has done justice to the case by dismissing the appeal filed by the appellant to the Apex Court of Nigeria. Another judgment which the Supreme Court heard today, the 12th day of January 2024, is that of Bauchi. Is that of Bauchi. The Supreme Court also has affirmed the election of Bala Mohammed as the duly elected governor Bauchi State. The Apex Court, in a leading judgment read by Justice Ibrahim Salau, dismissed the appeal filed by Sadiq Abubakar of All Progressive Congress challenging the election of the People Democratic Party, which was led by Bala Mohammed. Bala Mohammed was the former FCT minister before he went to contest under the platform of PDP, and thereafter he won the election. But the election was contested by All Progressive Congress, but the Supreme Court has affirmed him as a duly elected governor of Bauchi State. So another one that we are going to run through tonight is that of Zamfara State. That of Zamfara State also was contested, and it led through all the electoral tests and went to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court has affirmed Dauda Lawal of the People Democratic Party as the authentic governor of Zamfara State. So let me just take it that the Supreme Court has affirmed Dauda Lawal of the People Democratic Party as the authentic governor of Zamfara State. So today, also the people of Zamfara will also be celebrating the victory of their elected governor. So the another one that is more contesting that Nigerians were waiting to hear how the Supreme Court will resolve its judgment is that of Plateau State. But it happens that the Supreme Court has declared Caleb Watinga as a duly elected governor of Plateau State. The People Democratic Party (PDP) candidate in the March governorship election has appealed the ruling of the Court of Appeal, which sacked him as the governor. Earlier the tribunal, which Court of Appeal, sacked the governor of Plateau State and held that the governor was not duly elected with respect of the the party not obeying the order of the court, which the APC candidate had challenged the party on it. And it has held severally by the Supreme Court that a person who is not a member of a political party cannot challenge the decision of the internal affair of the party. I think that should be the ground of which the Supreme Court of Nigeria uh, affirm the election of the People Democratic Party by in Plateau State, because the APC candidate who is challenging the genuineness of the candidate of the People's Democratic Party is not a member of the party. And that has brought that to rest in Plateau State. And Plateau State has now known that Caleb Watang is the duly elected governor for the people of Plateau State. Another interesting one is that of Kano State, where the tribunal earlier sacked their governor, Yusufu Abba. But the Supreme Court on Friday affirmed Abba Yusufu of the new Nigeria People's Party (NNPP) as the duly elected governor of Kano State. Justice John Okoro, who read the leading judgment, held that the lower court was wrong in its judgment to have deducted the figure of 165,616 votes from the vote secured by Governor Yusufu. And that has brought that also to the context of the governorship conflict in Kano State to an end when the people's choice and the people's man candidate has been declared as a winner by the Supreme Court of Nigeria. So another interesting one is that of the Abia State. The Supreme Court on Friday also affirmed Alex Otiti of the Labour Party (LP) as duly elected governor of Abia State. So that is all what we have for you today on Court TV with respect to the review of the judgment of the Supreme Court with respect to the governorship election that was conducted on the 18th March 2023. So, congratulations to the states that the Supreme Court has affirmed the election of their candidates. But the question that will come to mind is that would the people now have belief? Will the people will now have confidence on the judiciary with respect of this Supreme Court judgment? Has this restored the hope of the people? Has this also cleared the doubts of the people that indeed the judiciary is the hope of the common man? Could we say that we can run to our judiciary and to the judicial system for justice? Could we say that the Supreme Court has done justice? Has this cleared the mind of Nigerian that indeed in our electoral system there could be justice? Or do you have another opinion with respect of the judgment, especially that of Kano State, that of Abia State, and that of Plateau State? Could you have anything different from what the court has done? Or do you think that there is any foreseeable factor that the court put in place by giving that judgment? Or could you say that the court actually evaluated the evidence before it and look at if the fact presented before the court and found the error of the appeal court before they give that judgment? Please visit us on our comment, present your comment there. Let's see your reaction at the comment section and share this our video as we are here for you. Please stay connected with our program. I still remain your host, Triple A on Court TV, and Court TV is on all social media. Please endeavor to follow us and endeavor to make a date with us as we have a lot of program for you, and we will be here to update you, especially with respect to judicial decision in this year 2024. Remain connected. Good night.